I must move in. My child, there is no words to express for Shammo the Wise. As you can tell, I am God Himself. You cannot use words to describe me, my child, my disciple. God is not in the bathroom. He is in his living area, where he sleeps and dines all by himself and lonesome, all for meditation, my child. It is not lonely, for I have the ways of Shammo the Wise to meditate myself through a deep dark depression. I have saved myself through the ways of meditation, and I am hoping to save others and bring them to the place of the holy. As you can see, it may seem lonely, but once you have learned the ways of meditation and of peacefulness, you may succeed. If you have any questions about yourself, about others, Shammo the Wise will attempt to answer to the best of his abilities. Ask me now, or you'll have to wait till next time, Shammo the Wise. What do you mean by that, my child? I see you have arrived. After realizing the sin of this world, you have decided to come back, like I knew you would. I can read the coldness. Is that some sort of chant? Because chants are not here unless it is to express your love for Shammo the Wise, or to expel the darkness of this world. Oh, your play worshipping those demons, those monsters of the school for horrible. It was quite a wicked thing to witness. Extremely wicked. My energy couldn't have even made me
my god, there's a little baby spider running across the thing.
It seems that someone is trying to break through the barrier. I must not allow them. There's two raiders outside trying to break through the barrier of peacefulness. I'm quite scared, as I have no arms and I cannot defend myself.
Did you hear me say spider?
No, I mean, how bad was he bit? So was he afraid of the border collies?
This is worrying. I hear words of attacking and devilish laughter. I am in need of assistance, major assistance. My disciples, I will need your energy to defend myself upon this great evil. Remember, Shammo the Wise will always assist you in your time of need. I use it to block out the sin and evilness and keep my meditation energy in. And to some, my face is not able to be available to see. It will burn their eyes out and make them realize how dark this world is.
Say nanny nanny boo boo to the dog.
There's much evil going on outside. I am in need of major assistance. Remember, ask me any question, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Till I get to questions, we shall meditate together. Meditation is of importance, my children. If you meditate along with me, eventually you'll be able to understand the full power of my robe and my face, as I am filled with so much goodness and holiness in me that it will blind most of the people in this earth who bear witness to my entire face. That's why only slivers are shown at a time, so you can slowly be accustomed to it when the day of reckoning is upon us all. We shall meditate. I highly suggest if anybody is watching, they spread the word of Shammo the Wise, as the word must be spread, so the poor souls that are condemned to hell may be saved. There's an item that I must show you. It is rather important to my cause of sharing the love and hope of Shammo the Wise. It's called the Communist Manifesto. It shows that you can level up in this world. by just doing your daily tasks. We are all equal. We all earn the same amount of money. We all must understand that everyone is for the people. If we work by this motto, eventually one day, reckoning will not be upon us. The aftermath of the second coming will not affect you, as I came 300,000 years before to talk to your ancestors, but they have not obliged to my words. They have not listened to my words, and that is a problem, as many of them, they have died. I have been alive for 300 years, hiding my face, and I feel like now is the best time to sprout again. Your ancestors would still be alive if, and only if, they listen to my words. Because with enough meditation and realization, you may be immortal. It is very hard to get to this point, but in their lifespan they could have. If they had just followed me up to Mount Gilead and meditated, we all could still be alive. The Earth's population could have been doubled if they had just followed me, but they have decided not to. You don't know. You are correct. You don't know because you have not learned the ways of Shammo the Wise. It is nice to see you have realized that this is the best place for you, that this is the smartest decision, that this is how you will survive the apocalypse of the third coming. I have been on multiple Earths before. I sprout every 300 years and stay dormant. It is very tough to live the life of mine, being shunned by many and ignored by most, staying in solitude, meditating, teaching. The very few that have come to me for peacefulness, but through my meditation and realization, I've been able to continue on this path and try to enlighten others in the way of Shammo the Wise. And if, and only if, you listen to my lessons, you will be immortal, and, if not more powerful than me, as I do need help to spread the word, help other teachings. I only have one follower so far, one that has truly realized the great power of Shammo the Wise. You may be the second one. We don't truly know how many are devoted to me, but of my account, I only can see one. One man that is not here, out spreading the word, and you as well can be part of that. But if you have any questions, young sir, I will answer to the best of my abilities to help you get through your path and reach full enrichment and enlightenment. Please ask now, because at a certain point my energy will deplete and I must meditate again. This will take a week at most. This is a question that I get a lot, actually, and I do not have many words to say about this. I wish I truly did. It is such a profound subject to talk about that it would take a long time, but I only have a few words to share with you about this. You tell them that they are doing good. You tell them to spread the word of Shammo the Wise, and you meditate with them. It is nice to see that everybody is here. Everybody is practicing. Now, in the next 5 minutes, we all must meditate together to pool our energies so I may answer more of your questions. Invite as many people as you can so you can help everybody reach full enlightenment. But back to your question, young child. Meditate with me. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. You are confusing Shammo the Wise, my good sir. You have confused me very much. I am not sure how to answer your questions. Is after time of answering your first one, you have assaulted my eyes with many words that I did not understand. Please explain more vividly on what do you mean, my follower, my child. There's many words I'm hearing in the background that I'm trying to cast out as I answer your questions. I'm hearing words of not good origins. I'm hearing words that I do not like. Ah, yes, my child. Hunter, I'm not too sure how to answer your question. It's called mind your own business, as some things are just too personal for Shammo the Wise to answer. But my other disciple, my clown, my child, please restate your question so I can meditate on it, as I have, unfortunately, in my old age, started to become forgetful, and I must re-see things, re-envision, so I can answer to the best of my abilities. So please restate for me. I will gather my energy while I wait for you. My energy is back. Oh, yes. Yes, that is, I will help you with anything, my child. As long as in the end the word of Shammo the Wise will get out, and as long as you reach full enlightenment, I will help you. I will help you escalate things with White Steve Urkel, yes. As long as it helps you. You are welcome, my child. One day, with the thoughts of yours as baby robbing banks and escalating things with Steve Urkel, I personally do think you, too, can reach true enlightenment with guidance and a steady hand walking you through the meadow of life. I do truly feel like I will be able to help you. And I would truly like to be able to help you. Jim, that is a word uncommon to me. I've heard it as a name, but not of that spelling. Can you please elaborate, young follower? I heard wearing, and no, I do not wear humans. They wear my words. And I embrace theirs, but no wearing of humans shall be done today. I've not seen that spelling of Jim, but I personally would like you to elaborate. I feel like that question might help enlighten you and really realize the true potential. Drinks are very important to the soul and body. You should get a drink, as drinks replenish your energy. Me, I do not need a drink, but someone of your complexion as a human. See, I once was a human and I once needed food and drink, but I have officially raised above that to deityhood, and drinks and food have become obsolete to me. All I need to do is take the energy off of the bad and give to the good. I recharge by taking the energy from the bad, replenishing it to good meditation and sun energy. This is a difficult question as I attempt to be a force of good, but sometimes my teachings, when taken the wrong way or learned by the wrong people, can lead to very bad situations. I try to be good, yes, but there's a story of one of my disciples, one of the followers of Shammo the Wise, who did not truly understand the power that they had in their hands, that they had in their mind and soul. It lasted in a 5-year meditation duel, and it ended with me on top and him on the bottom. I keep him in my basement and continue to try to enlighten him the right way, as you may hear his screams, but I don't think he will ever be truly enlightened like I thought he was. I may be wrong. Maybe he is, but I have just not seen it yet. Yes, he is. He is. There's no true way to go around it, but that is what happens to the followers of Shammo the Wise, who do not go down the right path when they have the power that I possess. Half of my power was able to rejoin him back with the living. You see, this is a difficult topic for me to talk about, as many of my followers disagree with what I have to say. But I will go out and say it, and you can hate me if you want. But I hope that my teachings until this moment have helped you and enlightened you. I personally think that he tries to do right in his country's name, but he never truly does the right things. He says the wrong things. I feel like he tries, but he has not reached enlightenment, so he never knows if he's truly doing the right thing, picking the right option. And I feel like if my meditations could reach him, and my words could reach him, the right decisions of him will be made. The killing of all of those people, soldiers, was not very good. You see, that word is so commonly used the wrong way. Me personally, I use that word as stealing energy and meditation time from the person. If they agree to it and they don't overreact, that genuinely means they are okay with it. But if they start screaming, that means they did not want you to take their energy. I, for one, have done this, taken energy from people. This was before my years of enlightenment and enrichment. This was before I was Shamu the Wise. I was just Shamu. Then I realized my wrongdoings. I did it reverse. They took their energy back and I had none. I then started to meditate on my wrongdoings and eventually overcame my guilt. And then here I am now, teaching others how to do the same. No, that that was my disciple. That was my disciple that I was telling you about earlier, who used the powers wrong. We get confused a lot because he was almost to my level when it comes to enrichment and enlightenment. But he was reverse enriched and reverse enlightened. But capturing me will not grant you wishes, it will grant you enlightenment. And yes, my old disciple is the Muffin Man. But capturing me will not grant you wishes, but it can make them come true if you capture me and use me to enlighten you. If you steal my energy, you will be an unstoppable force. But because of my meditation field I have set up to prevent all bad things from entering, it will be nigh impossible unless you can gain my trust. Become a true disciple. Like I said, my meditation field is nigh impenetrable. You must have my level or higher of meditation, enrichment, and enlightenment to be able to de-force my force field. It is possible, but very hard. Young child, you do not possess my level of enrichment and enlightenment. Just this short session we have had has already raised it. Leprechauns, they are gingers, so they must be executed and burned at the stake before they steal your soul and your enlightenment. He is actually my friend, and he will probably butt rape you if you try to harm me. That's how he gets all his powers. But yes, if if you're able to befriend him, he is more powerful than me when it comes to dark energy. And in a meditation battle, I would win. Zozo is gay, and my meditation has forced him to be trapped inside Ouija boards for all of eternity, just torturing the souls of those unfortunate enough to call upon him, and not Shamu the Wise, the Enricher, the Enlightener, the one true person to help you. When we hit 35 minutes of enlightenment, I will start to tell you the tale of Shamu the Wise so you can know my backstory and you can know the truth about how things happened. You can know the truth about the people that are powerful because of me. And hopefully you all will stay around for my readings.
Why are you so bad? Why are you so bad? You so bad. You're so bad.
If you would prefer to do that, you can. But to Hunter's question or statement, gender is just a barrier that is set up. I have no gender. I have no sex. I'm not attracted to male or female or animal or corpse. You may change your name to whatever you please. I will let you, as long as you promise that it helps you enlighten your body, mind, and soul, young follower. But as I was saying before, no, I am not, as I'm not attracted to either man, woman, animal, corpse, or plant. I, what you call a mythical being. Nobody knows my true form. A horse, no, no horse. That is one of my forms. That is one of the forms I use to see who truly needs enlightenment. That I use to travel throughout the world. Because me as just being Shammo the Wise, I can only do so much. The only thing I can do is speak. I have no arms. Everything moves from my torso, my mind, and my soul. I am capable of controlling only very few things around me, but my words are what is important. You are very correct, Mr. Clown. My child, have you been reading the scripture? And Hunter, please restate your question. I did not have the energy to remember and read both of them. If you restate, I will answer it to the best of my abilities. You are reaching enlightenment very, very fast, Mr. Clown, my child. I feel like you can one day become a true meditation god. I feel like with my help and your perseverance through this dark, dark time we're living, you can truly become another Shammo the Wise. Oh, I have seen that evil, that great, great evil. I have witnessed it. And that soul video is the reason I have re-shown myself to this earth. The reason that I've come out of my 300-year dormancy. The sole reason. I personally think enlightenment is needed in this generation and millennial. As people here are corrupt, and all they do is hurt each other. And that video has just shown me the truth of how it is now. Before, it was easier to maintain peace in a society. Now it is difficult. And that one sole video may be the cause. Not too sure. It's taken me many, many years to meditate on what is the true cause of our problems of this 1,000 years, this 100 years even. I don't know what is the true purpose of that. Maybe just to seduce people into becoming worshippers of the devil, worshippers of, dare I say his name, Umash, the unwise. He has created me, taken me under his wing like a son, taught me the very first stages of meditation, but I've become corrupt. Ice cream. Like I said, I've never had that. I do not eat, young follower. As long as you're able to enlighten others with that cult, as long as you are able to teach others the truth, you may start that cult, and I will help you, good sir. I will help you start it and learn the ways. But may I suggest something before you decide to start that? It will be very hard to teach everybody the truth, yes, but I do believe you can do it. God does not have a single unibrow. God has the power of many hairs, many eyes, many mouths, many ears, many nipples, many fingers, many toes. I am a combination of many things that have to be concealed to the world. I do believe that that is a true form of evil, probably made by Usash the Unwise. His name is very difficult to pronounce, even for me. I'll probably just refer to him as Usash the Unwise. But seeing as it is now the time for the past to be unveiled, I say we start. What do you all think about the past being unveiled of Shammo the Wise? If you would like to reach true enlightenment, you first have to know the story of where enlightenment and enrichment began. I'm getting good vibes of teaching the story to all of you, and I feel like you all will very well need this. So I will commence. Yes, I will, my child. I will help you. But the questions have to end about things such as that, as now it is time for the readings of Shammo the Wise. In the beginning, there was a world. This world was just a stone summoned by meditation of the great forces of the stars. These stars were created by someone, these other worlds. Many believe it is the true God, Jesus. He is the true God of meditation. I am just a follower that has my own followers. But a grave mistake was made when all the other stars of meditation have pulled their pool together to create one mega meditator. His original name was That question is unwise to ask, as I do not know the answer. I cannot answer such a complex question about something that I know not of. I do not know why they chose stone. I do not know why they chose stoning as a effective form of murder. I know not of any of this, as I can only tell you and enlighten you about things that has happened in the past 1,000 years, because that is when I truly became enlightened. He does know everything, but as I told you, something had to create the stars and the stone. Something had to create the thing that created me. It did, very well did, and it enlightened many. Did not de-enlighten them, it enlightened them, made them less lonely. But all this did was create the bad side, or dark side. And this, my child, something we do not refer to, something that has no true name. There is the good version and the bad version. Most flock to the good version, but some who have negative enlightenment flock to the bad version. And that is not very good. Yes, every conceivable universe has it, because there are a lot of lonely people, and it must be used to help enlighten everybody. Do you now understand, my child? But if you do not, please bring it to my attention, as I will try to explain as best as I can. I truly do not know. I don't, because that is before my time. It was invented before I was even thought of as an idea, before I was even in the process of being made. This was before a lot of things. Some of the extremely enlightened say that that is where it all started. It is quite the sad story of what became of him, but if not sure if you are ready to hear that story, but I must, as you must know the bad, before you can become the good. You see, the king, he did good for himself, but then eventually his body failed because not that single thing could create enough enlightenment for him to be immortal like such as me. He has lived a long life because of it, but not one sole thing can grant you enough enlightenment and enrichment to become immortal. He lived longer than the average, yes, but he just did not have enough enlightenment. That, or the story of the king has been passed down for generations of enlightened. And as of the moment, I am the only enlightened to know this story, as once I have found one equivalent or more powerful in enlightenment and enrichment as me, then and only then shall I pass down the full story. I can only give tidbits and small squares and a larger plan, as this may or may not affect how enlightened my followers can be. Eventually, when you reach a high enough level, I can unveil more to my children, you two, and share the true word of what happened to the king. But all I'm allowed to share is the fact that not that one single thing could enlighten him, which is a shame because he was very useful in enlightening others. But that is as far as I am allowed to go with this story, as that has been almost a golden rule of enlightened. Many have tried to bring him back, but many have failed and died in the process. Because it's extremely dangerous to bring someone who has an enlightenment level over 100 back to this world, as you must give your enlightenment to them. And once you lose enlightenment, it is very, very hard to gain it back, as eventually you will go down a steep, steep spiral of enlightenment loss. And I have known many immortal enrichers and wise to have fallen to this great feat. I understand, my child. I do hope you'll come back here so we can talk about it, so I can enlighten you more on the subject, as that will take some of your energy away from you. All I can hope is that if you come back, I'll be able to grant you more of it.
Hey, Tina!
This is about as far as I can go with the scripture as of this moment. So the questions may commence again, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. As you can tell, I'm using a lot of energy to keep my hood up, as it is very difficult to keep the bad of this world out when you are down on energy. But I will meditate after this is all over. Oh, as you can see, one of my appendages is starting to be crippled and disabled again. My words are starting to fall short, as my energy loss has reached a very high level, the most I've ever lost, as there's very few people who would listen to an old man ramble on about. But I am more than just an old man. as I'm immortal. So some can say I have no age. There is no more speaking of him, as these words are confusing to me. I can enlighten you as much as I can, but I cannot explain the unexplained. I cannot debunk things that have not even had scientifically. How do I word this? I. This has hurt me very much, and I am not mad at you since you did not know what this would cause. But I am very saddened I cannot answer your question and help you reach full enlightenment. I would like to, but this has saddened me much. I am very sorry for the fact that I can't enlighten you fully, or at least as fully as you would like to be. Please ask me any question, and I will answer it as good as I possibly can, so you may truly be enlightened. My energy is depleting fast, so a question right before I leave to go back into my meditation zone would be highly appreciated if you can, as I would truly like to let you reach. Why do I hide my face? That is a very important question to some, and is a reason I am shunned by most, as they can. I'm losing energy, so I must answer fast. I hide my face because most who have not reached enlightenment of at least level 20 can't handle it without their insides being melted by the enrichment and enlightenment of me. The shine of my third eye is enough to kill a whole army of people. Only those who are of my level or higher can withstand the third eye and can withstand the many different appendages of me, and that is why I can't show any more of my body than I have. Even somebody who has reached enough enlightenment to become immortal may still fall to the fact of my third eye. Just alone a glimpse of it could officially kill you, even if you have been declared immortal by enlightenment standards. That is why I'm not able to show much of my body, as most of it can kill a man within milliseconds. My energy is depleting, children, so I must go meditate, regain my energy, and I will hopefully be back tomorrow, or the next day, or the next day at the most, to enlighten you further. I do highly suggest you attempt to enlighten yourself, so you can keep it going while I am gone. This is Shammo the Wise, signing out. I would like to thank all of you who have thought of it, who have had the idea that they wanted to see what true enlightenment was, and I'm glad I could have helped those with just a small bit of enlightenment who have came here. I will hope I will get to see all of you and talk to all of you and enlighten all of you later in the week. This is Shammo the Wise, leaving. Hopefully you all can keep your enlightenment.